Let's solve some problems related to average rate of change of the function over a given interval and the equation of the secant line. So we will first take up the first part, that is the average rate of change of the function over a given interval, and later on we'll look at the equation of the secant line. Okay, so first one, g of w, the function that is given to us is w square plus 2w plus 2, and the interval given to us is minus 1 comma 0. So here let's say this is w1 and this is w2. Okay, so these are basically x coordinates. We have to evaluate the y coordinates, so which means we have to figure out g of w1. So let's do that. Minus 1 square plus 2 times minus 1 plus 2, which is equal to 1 minus 2 plus 2. These two cancels and we are left with 1. Similarly, g of w2 is equal to 0 plus 0 plus 2, which is 2. So one of the points is minus 1 comma 1 and the second is 0 comma 2. So these are the 2 points. Now, remember, rate of change is nothing but the slope of the line connecting these 2 points. And we know the standard formula for that is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So, which basically maps to here as average rate of change is equal to g of w2 minus g of w1 divided by w2 minus w1. Okay, g of w2 is 2, so 2 minus g of w1 is 1, so 1 by w2 is 0 minus minus 1, so which is equal to 1 by 1, which is 1. So this is the average rate of change. Okay, let's look at the second one. F of r is equal to minus r square plus r minus 1 in the interval 2 comma 3. Okay, now that we know, let's figure out f of 2. F of 2 is going to be minus 2 square plus 2 minus 1, which is equal to minus 4 plus 2 minus 1, which is minus 2 minus 1, which is equal to minus 3. Okay, f of 3 is equal to minus 3 square plus 3 minus 1, which is minus 9 plus 3 minus 1, which is minus 6 minus 1, which is equal to minus 7. And we know the average rate of change is equal to f of r2 minus f of r1 by r2 minus r1. This is equal to f of r2 is minus 7 minus f of r1 is minus 3 divided by r2. R2 is 3 minus 2. So which is equal to minus 7 plus 3 by 1, which is minus 4. Okay, third one. G of r is equal to minus 2r square plus 1 in the interval of minus 1 2. So g of minus 1 is equal to minus 2 times minus 1 square plus 1, which is equal to minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1. Similarly, g of 2 is equal to minus 2 times 2 square plus 1, which is equal to minus 2 times 4 plus 1, which is minus 8 plus 1, which is equal to minus 7. Okay, and the average rate of change is equal to, we know, g of r2 is minus 7 minus minus 1 by 2 minus minus 1, which is equal to minus 7 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, which is equal to minus 6 by 3, which is minus 2. Okay, fourth one. Okay, now f of s is equal to 2s square plus 1 in the interval 0 comma 1. So f of 0 is equal to 0 plus 1, which is 1. F of 1 is equal to 2 times 1 square plus 1, which is 2 plus 1, which is 3. Right? So which means average rate of change is equal to f of S2 minus f of S1 by S2 minus S1. So this is going to be 3 minus 1 by S2 is 1 minus 0, which is 2 by 1, which is 2. Fifth one, h of x is equal to 1 by x in the interval 2 comma 5 by, okay. Again, let's figure out h of 2, which is equal to 1 by 2. H of 5 by 2 is equal to 1 by 5 by 2, which is equal to 2 by 5. Now, average rate of change is equal to h of x2 minus h of x1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is equal to 2 by 5 minus 1 by 2 divided by x2 minus x1. So 5 by 2 minus 2. This would be equal to divide by 10. This will be 4 minus 5 by 5 minus 4 by 2, which is equal to minus 1 by 10 times 2 by 1. 2 fives, which is equal to minus 1 by 5. So that is the average rate of change. Okay, let's look at the sixth one. R of x is equal to 2x square plus 2x plus 1 in the interval 0 comma 1. Okay, so R of 0 is equal to 2 times 0 square plus 2 times 0 plus 1, which is 0 plus 0 plus 1, which is 1. Similarly, R of 1 is equal to 2 times 1 square plus 2 times 1 plus 1, which is 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is 5. And the average rate of change is equal to R of x2 minus R of x1 divided by x2 minus x1, which would be 5 minus 1 by 1 minus 0, which is 4 by 1, which is 4. Okay. Seventh one. G of t is equal to 2t square plus 1 in the interval minus 1 comma 0. So g of minus 1 is equal to 2 times minus 1 square plus 1, which is 2 plus 1, which is 3. Similarly, g of 0 is equal to 0 plus 1, which is 1. So now average rate of change is equal to g of t2 minus g of t1 by t2 minus t1. Yes, so here this is t2, this is t1. So this would be equal to g of t2 is 1 minus g of t1 is 3 by 0 minus minus 1, which is equal to minus 2 by 1, which is minus 2. Let's look at the eighth one. Eighth one is f of r is equal to minus 1 by r minus 1 in the interval minus 4 comma minus 7 by 2. So here f of minus 4. So here this is r1, this is r2. So f of minus 4 is equal to minus 1 by minus 4 minus 1, which is minus 1 by minus 5, which is equal to 1 by 5. Okay. Now f of minus 7 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by minus 7 by 2 minus 1, which is equal to minus 1 by minus 7 minus 2 by 2, which is equal to minus 1 by minus 9 by 2, which is minus 2 by minus 9, so which is equal to 2 by 9. Okay, so now again average rate of change is equal to f of r2 minus f of r1 by r2 minus r1, which is equal to f of r2 is 2 by 9 minus 1 by 5 divided by what? So r2 minus 7 by 2 minus 4, which is equal to 5 to 10 minus 9 by 45 divided by minus 7 plus 8 by 2. So this becomes 1 by 45 divided by 1 by 2, which is 2 by 45. Okay, ninth one. F of x is equal to 1 by x plus 2 in the interval 0, comma half. F of 0 is equal to 1 by 0 plus 2, which is equal to 1 by 2. F of half is equal to 1 by half plus 2. This would be equal to 1 by 1 plus 4 by 2, which is 1 by 5 by 2, which is 2 by 5. Okay, so now average rate of change is equal to f of x2 minus f of x1 by x2 minus x1, which is equal to f of x2 is 2 by 5 minus f of x1 is 1 by 2 divided by x2 minus x1. So 1 by 2 minus 0. This becomes 4 minus 5 by 2 by 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2 times 2. So which is 1. This is equal to 4 minus 5 by 10 by 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 10 times 2. So 2 fives, which is equal to 1 by 5. And this should be negative. So this will be minus 1 by 5. Okay, so this was ninth one. Now let's look at the 10th one. F of x is equal to 1 by x plus 1 in the interval 0 half. So now again f of 0 is equal to 1 by 1, which is equal to 1. F of half is equal to 1 by half plus 1, which is 1 by 3 by 2, which is equal to 2 by 3. And the average rate of change is equal to f of x2 minus f of x1 by x2 minus x1. So here this is x1, this is x2. So this becomes 2 by 3 minus 1 divided by half minus 0. So this becomes 2 minus 3 by 3 by half, which is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3 times 2, which is equal to minus 2 by 3. Okay, now 11th one. H of x is equal to minus 1 by x plus 2 in the interval minus 1 comma minus half. Okay, so h of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 by minus 1 plus 2, which is minus 1 by 1, which is minus 1. And h of minus half is equal to minus 1 by minus half plus 2, which is equal to minus 1 by 2 minus half is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, which is minus 2 by 3. Okay. Now the average rate of change is equal to h of x2 minus h of x1 by x2 minus x1. So this would be minus 2 by 3 minus minus 1 by This is minus half, minus 1. So this would be minus 2 by 3 plus 1 by minus half plus 1. Minus 2 plus 3 by 3 by this would be minus 1 plus 2 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 3 by 1 by 2. This is equal to 1 by 3 times 2 by 1, which is 2 by 3. Okay, now let's look at the 12th one. G of t is equal to minus 1 by t minus 3 in the interval 1 comma 3 by 2. Okay, G of 1, this is t1 and this is t2. So G of 1 is going to be minus 1 by 1 minus 3, which is equal to minus 1 by minus 2, which is half. Okay, now G of 3 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 3 by 2 minus 3, which is minus 1 by 3 minus 6 by 2, which is minus 1 by minus 3 by 2, which is equal to minus 1 by 3 minus 3 into 2, which is equal to 2 by 3. And the average rate of change is equal to, so G of T2 minus G of T1 by T2 minus T1. So this gives us 2 by 3 minus half by 3 by 2 minus 1. So 3 by 2 minus 1. So this gives us 4 minus 3 by 6 by 3 minus 2 by 2. This gives us 1 by 6 times 2 by 1, which is 2 by 6, which is 1 by 3. Okay, so that is average rate of change. Now, next problems will be where we have to figure out the equation of the secant line, connecting these 2 points, connecting 2 points on the function. So let's look at the 13th one. So we are given a function f of w is equal to 1 by w minus 2. And we are given 2 points. So minus 3 comma minus 1 by 5. And the second point is minus 8 by 3 comma minus 3 by 14. So these are the 2 points, which means basically that your w1 is equal to this minus 3 and W2 is equal to minus 8 by 3 and f of W1 is equal to this minus 1 by 5 and f of W2 is equal to minus 3 by 14. Okay, we don't have to evaluate it, it is already given. Okay, so if when we connect these 2 points, we are going to get a line. So to figure out the equation of a line, what do we require? We require a point and the slope. If we get these two, we will be able to figure out the equation. So let's figure out the slope, which we know now. We have to evaluate. So m, the slope, is nothing but f of W2 minus f of W1 divided by W2 minus W1. Yes. Let's do the substitutions. F of W2 is minus 3 by 14 minus 1 by 5 divided by W2 minus W1. So minus 8 by 3 minus 3. Yes. So let's just keep simplifying. 14 plus 1 by 5 divided by minus 8 by 3 plus 3. So this will be equal to minus 15 plus 14 divided by 70 divided by minus 8 plus 9 by 3. and this would be equal to minus 1 by 70 times 3 by 1. So which means the slope is going to be minus 3 by 70. Okay, so we have got the slope and we have got 2 points. Let's pick one point, right? So the slope m is equal to minus 3 by 70, and let's take the point, the first point itself, minus 3 minus 1 by 5. Now remember, this is w1 and this is f of w1, right? So equation of the secant line would be y minus f of w1 is equal to m times x minus w1. Okay, so y minus f of w1 is minus 1 by 5 is equal to m times x minus 3, okay, which is equal to m times x plus 3. So y plus 1 by 5, and actually m also we can do the substitution because we have evaluated it. So minus 3 by 70. Okay, so let's simplify this. Y plus 1 by 5 is equal to minus 3 by 70x minus 9 by 70. Remove it from here. This becomes minus 1 by 5, which is equal to minus 3 by 70x minus 9 minus 5 14s. 14 ones, 14. This is equal to minus 3 by 70x minus 23 by 70. Y is equal to. If we want, we can simplify it by taking 70y to this side equal to minus 3x minus 23, and rearranging this we get 3x plus 70y plus 23 is equal to 0. So either we can leave it in this form or we can write it like this. Okay, now let's look at the 14th one. Y is equal to minus 2x square plus 2, and the points on the curve are 1 comma 0 and 5 by 4 comma minus 9 by 8. Now one thing we have to be very clear about is, it is given that these 2 points lie on the curve. If you want to verify it, just substitute 1 for x, you should get 0. So x square is 1 square, 1 minus 2 plus 0. Similarly in this. Okay, so let's figure out the slope. Now here it says y2 minus y1. So y2 minus 9 by 8 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So 5 by 4 minus 1. So which is equal to minus 9 by 8. 5 plus 4, 5 minus 4 is 1 by 4. So which gives us minus 9 by 8 times 4. So 4 2's 8, which is minus 9 by 2 is the slope. And the secant line connecting these 2 points, the equation would be y minus y1 is equal to the slope minus 9 by 2 times x minus x1, which is 1. So y is equal to minus 9 by 2 x plus 9 by 2. And again, we can rearrange it in any way we want. So we could say 2y is equal to minus 9x plus 9, or we can write it as 9x plus 2y minus 9 equal to 0. Okay, 15th one. F of w is equal to minus w square plus 2w plus 2. And between these 2 points, minus 1 minus 1 and minus 2 by 3 comma 2 by 9. Okay, just for simplicity's sake, let's say W1 is equal to minus 1. W2 is equal to minus 2 by 3. Yes, and f of W1 is equal to minus 1. F of W2 is equal to 2 by 9. So the slope would be, it still boils down to y2 minus y1. So here it will be f of W2 minus f of W1 by W2 minus W1. So which is equal to f of W2 is 2 by 9 minus 1 divided by W2 minus 2 by 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2 by 9 plus 1 by minus 2 by 3 plus 1, which is equal to 9 plus 2, 11 by 9 by 3, 1 minus 1 by 3. No, 3. So plus 1 by 3. So now this can be written as 11 by 9 times 3, that is 3. 3. So 11 by is the slope. So the secant line equation would be what? Y minus f of W1 is equal to m times uh, x minus W1. Here if you take W2, here also you have to take W. Okay, which implies y minus f of W1 is minus 1 is equal to m times x minus W1. W1 is again minus 1. So minus 1. So which implies y plus 1 is equal to mx. By the way, m also we can do substitution. So let's actually do the substitution. 11 by 3x plus 11 by 3, which gives us y is equal to 11 by 3x plus 11 by 3 minus 1, which gives us y is equal to 11 by 3x plus 11 minus 3 by 3, which gives us finally the equation of the secant line. 11 by 3x plus 8 by 3. And we can bring 3 to this side and all. Okay, 16. R is equal to 2s square plus s plus 1 between 0 comma 1 and 1 by 4 comma 11 by 8. Okay, so now here let's take R1 is equal to 0, R2, no, not R1, R2. Okay, S1 is equal to 0, S2 is equal to 1 by 4, R1 is equal to 1, R2 is equal to 11 by 8. See, when we substitute the value of S1 in this equation, we get R1, that is 1. Okay, so now let's figure out the slope. So M is going to be what? R1 minus R2. Remember, we can do the subtraction in any order. Okay, divided by S1 minus S2. The order has to be same in both the numerator and denominator. So which gives us R1 minus 11 by 8 by S1 0 minus 1 by 4. Now this is equal to 8 minus 11 by 8 by minus 1 by 4, which is minus 3 by 8 times minus 4, which gives us minus 12 plus 12 by 8, which gives us a slope of 4 threes, 4 twos. That is 3 by 2. Okay. Now the secant line equation. Again, y minus r2. Let's say y minus r2 is what? 11 by 8 is equal to m is 3 by 2 times x minus s2. S2 is 1 by 4. So minus 1 by 4. Now simplify. Y is equal to 3 by 2x minus 3 by 8. 3, 4 twos 8. 3 by 8 plus 11 by 2. Now simplify this further. 3 by 2x minus LCM is 8. So minus 3 plus 2 fours. 11 fours. 44. Is that correct? Okay, let's figure out the secant line. So y minus, let's say R2. R2 is uh, 11 by 8. So 11 by 8 is equal to slope is 3 by 2 times x minus S2, that is 1 by 4. So y is equal to 3 by 2x minus 3 by 8 plus 11 by 8. So which is equal to 3 by 2x minus 3 plus 11 by 8, which actually works out to 3 by 2x minus 8 by 8. No, plus 8 by 8, so 1. So y is equal to 3 by 2x plus 1. Strictly speaking, you know what? We can do it like this using x and y. But if we are going to stick to the terminology of this, because here S would be the x-axis and R would be the y-axis. So, which means here it should be R minus R2 is equal to 3 by 2 S minus S2. So, keep that in mind because here we are changing the names of the coordinates. Here it is R and S, and here suddenly we are changing it to X and Y. Okay. Let's look at the 17th one. T is equal to 1 by S minus 2. Between the points minus 1, comma 1, minus 1 by 3 and minus 2 by 3, comma minus 3 by 8. Now let's stick to the same terminology as far as possible. S1 is equal to minus 1, S2 is equal to minus 1 by 3. T1 is equal to minus 2 by 3. No, not 2, minus 2 by 3. It is minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3. And T2 is equal to minus 3 by 8. Okay. So let's figure out the slope. So here the slope would be T2 minus T1. So T2 minus T1 by S1, S2 minus S1. Let's do the substitutions. T2 minus T1. So that gives us minus 3 by 8 minus 1 by 3 divided by S2 minus S1. So minus this should be S2 should be this one. So it should be 2 by 3. Okay, so minus 2 by 3 minus 1. So you need to be very careful. Okay, so this gives us minus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 3 by minus 2 by 3 plus 1, which is equal to 24 is the LCM. So minus 9 plus 8 by minus 2 plus 3 by 3 minus 1 by 24 times 3 by 1. So 3 eighths. So which gives us a slope of minus 1 by 8. So now we have got the slope. Let's figure out the secant line. So again, T minus t1 is equal to m times s minus s1. So t1 is minus 1 by 3. So t minus minus 1 by 3 is equal to minus 1 by 8 times s minus s1. s1 is minus 1. So minus minus 1 will become plus 1. Okay, so this becomes t plus 1 by 3 is equal to minus 1 by 8 s plus, no, not plus, minus 1 by. Okay, so t is equal to minus 1 by 8 s minus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 3, which gives us minus 1 by 8 s minus 24, 8 plus 3, 11. So this gives us minus t is equal to minus 1 by 8 s minus 11 by 24. So that is the equation of the secant line. Finally, the 18th one, h of x is equal to x square minus x minus 2 between the points 2 comma 0 and 9 by 4 comma 13 by 16. Okay, procedure remains the same. So our slope would be what? Slope would be h of x2 minus h of x1 divided by x2 minus x1. So here this is x2, x1, right? This is h of x2, this is h of x1. So this would be equal to h of x2 is 13 by 16 minus 0 divided by x2 minus x1. So 9 by 4 minus 2, which gives us 13 by 16 divided by 9 minus 8 by 4, which gives us 13 by 16 times 4 by 1. 4, 16. So the slope is 13 by 4. Okay, so secant line equation would be now, let's take it as y minus, we can take any one point, let's take it as 0, is equal to 13 by 4 the slope, and x minus the corresponding x to y, so 2, which gives us y is equal to 13 by 4 x minus 26 by 4, 2 13s, 2 2s. So which gives us y is equal to 13 by 4x minus 13 by 2. So that is our average rate of change of the function over a given interval, and secondarily figuring out the secant line connecting these two given points on the curve. That's it. Bye.